never forget the things I've taught you. If you want a long, satisfying life, closely follow my instruction. Never tire of loyalty, kindness. Hold these virtues tightly. Write them deep within your heart. If you want instant favor with both God and man, and a reputation for good judgment, common sense, then trust the Lord completely. Don't ever trust yourself. Two of the most difficult sins. Oh, um, nothing you do. Put God first, and He will direct and crown your efforts with success.
Ashley talked to me a little bit. She recalled her mother's rather unique bit of advice to wear sunscreen and a few other words of wisdom. Here it is: wear sunscreen. I found a quote from allgreatquotes.com for Debbie. Your presence we miss, your memory we treasure, loving you always, forgetting you never. Debbie's brother Wayne, Uncle Wayne to Josh, Ashley, Molly, and their families, will share some thoughts and memories with us now.
She said I would. I'll try. I would like to tell you the story of the life of Deb from my perspective. She was a sister, a mother, and a grandma. Deb was my sister, but more important to me, she was my friend. Anybody that Deb befriended knew they had a caring and compassionate friend for a lifetime. Deb's calling from a young age was to be a nurse, which she did her whole life. Most of Deb's career was spent working the night shift in the ER. Deb developed a persona of being a very tough person. She told me once that that was the only way she could work the ER night after night. I asked her once why she kept working the ER, and she said that she felt she could be the hands of Jesus without any attention coming her way. Deb worked many years as a traveling nurse, so I feel she left that influence all over the country. Even though Deb had that tough exterior, she was a very caring and fun-loving person, but also had a very ornery side. At family gatherings, when it came time to wash dishes, she was usually the one that started water fights. Or when painting Mom's house, she started painting people instead of the house. Deb didn't have a lot of interest in material things here on this earth, but her one wish and prayer was that people would know Jesus, especially her family and extended family. Deb's hope was someday to have a big family reunion in heaven. After Deb's surgery, she seemed to have lost most of her short-term memory. In her mind, every day was Sunday. So when I would visit her, I enjoyed talking with her about memories from the past. As Deb's health continued to decline, she became mostly non-responsive. The last time I visited Deb at the Sunshine Home, she didn't show any response to anything I said till I told her goodbye. And she said, "Goodbye, Wayne." On behalf of my siblings, Kathy and Roger, I would like to thank Josh, Ashley, and Molly and their families for the care they took of their mother and our sister. Wherever Deb's job took her, she sent me a card on my birthday. So on June 6th, when Josh told me that Deb had passed away, I had accounted a blessing that Deb was in the presence of Jesus and greeting Mom and Dad on my birthday. I think Josh or Ash, some of the children want to say something.
Hello, I'm Harper and I am Debbie's granddaughter. Okay, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. So, in March of 2019, my grandma moved back here to Inman after she broke her arm in New York. I feel like after that we got a lot closer, but I did get to see her a lot more often after that. I can definitely see that I'm a lot like her in a lot of ways, especially with her sarcasm. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I loved, I loved my grandma and still do so much. I realize now how much I took for granted. But these last couple of months have meant the world to me. My favorite things about my grandma were her smirk, her sarcastic remarks, her jokes, her loving heart, her faith, and how much she cared about everyone around her. My favorite memory with her was our iced tea arguments. She always had McDonald's unsweetened iced tea with her. And every time she made me try a drink to see how I thought it tasted. And I always thought it would taste like water. And me being me, I obviously told her so. And she would argue back and told me it tasted like iced tea. And we could argue, we would usually go 15 to 30 minutes arguing about that. So that was very interesting. Another favorite memory is me telling my grandma what career I wanted to go into after college. And I would change it about 8 million times. And so she would start teasing me and saying, yeah, and when I grow up, and that was always fun. My grandma has been, is, and always will be a major role model in my life. I want a faith like hers and want to embrace life to its fullest, just like she did. Thank you.
So, I don't have notes. I didn't know I was going to get up here. These last few months have been a ride for all of us. Mom always cared for everybody, and she didn't care so much about herself. So these last few months, there's been a lot of people that have been able to care for her. She wouldn't have wanted anything like that. She wouldn't have asked for it. She didn't really have a choice. One of the cool things that I think our family has been able to absorb through this is how many people she really touched on a personal level, or through her nursing, but how many people she actually touched. And that's been a comfort for us. I want to thank everybody that has helped in her care. Our family's been on a roller coaster ride. And emotions don't make sense. Anger and frustration. Looking for the small victories and things. So from our family to each one of you, thank you. Thank you from Mom. If there's been anybody that interacted with her while she was nursing in that, I don't know, that was taken care of by her, is there a chance you'd stand to see how many lives she touched, maybe through the nursing side of it? Thank you all for being here. Thanks.
I feel sad to have lost my sister. I feel lonely because I can't talk with Deb now, especially since I can't talk with my mom either. I can't randomly call or receive such a call wishing happy birthday. Usually it was a little early or it was a little late. Occasionally it was on the actual day. But except for those 2 days of the year, her birthday, her real birthday, and my real birthday, we could be quite certain no one else had wished us happy birthday. So we had fun with that. That was one of our little routines in our phone calls. I feel disappointment about things I anticipated doing with Deb, but those anticipations aren't going to be realized here on earth. And like Molly put it so well, I feel angry. But this is my hope from 1 Thessalonians 4. And now we want you to know that what will happen to the believers who have died, so you will not grieve like people who have no hope. For since we believe in that Jesus died and was raised to life again, we also believe that when Jesus returns, God will bring back with him the believers who have died. I'm glad I know that regardless of my feelings, Debbie is home with Jesus, and I will see her again someday. I came across a poem written by Rhonda Braswell yesterday. I'm just going to read part of it. God saw you were getting tired and a cure was not to be. So he put his arms around you and whispered, "Come with me." With tearful eyes, we watched you suffer and saw you fade away. Although we loved you dearly, we could not make you stay. A golden heart stopped beating, hard-working hands at rest. God broke our hearts to prove he only takes the best. It's lonesome here without you. We miss you more each day. Life doesn't seem the same since you've gone away. There's more to the poem. It's a nice poem, and you can read it if you want to on your own. Maya Angelou once wrote, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And I think there's many of us here who identify much with that kind of experience with Debbie. Think about that and how she has influenced your life. As we listen to the song, I Can Only Imagine.
I can only imagine what it'll be like when I walk by your side. I can only imagine what my eyes will see when your face is before me. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in awe of you be still? Will I stand in your presence? To my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak at all? I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
imagine when that day comes and I find myself standing in the sun. I can only imagine when all I will do is forever, forever worship you. I can only imagine, yeah. I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in awe of you be still? Will I stand in your presence? To my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak it all? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in awe of you be still? Will I stand in your presence? To my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak it all? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in awe of you be still? Will I stand in your presence? To my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak it all? I can only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine when all I will do is forever, forever worship you. I can only imagine. Thank you, ladies. It's a beautiful song. And that's why we wanted it today. Thank you. Joyce Radke will bring us the Nightingale Prayer, followed by the nurses' roll call with Gail Stack. If you want to come on up. I think maybe Debbie's nursing peers may want to come up too, if you want to.
I would like all the nurses in the room to please stand as we pay tribute to Debbie. And doctors. Dear God, give me strength and wisdom when others need my touch. a soothing work to speak to them, their hearts yearn for so much. Give me joy and laughter to lift a weary soul. Pour in me compassion to make the broken whole. Give me gentle, healing hands for those placed in my care, a blessing to those who need me. This is a nurse's prayer. Nursing is a calling, a lifestyle, a way of living. Nurses here today honor our colleague, Debbie Kendricks, who is no longer with us. Her life as a nurse. Debbie is not remembered by the number of years she spent in nursing, but by the differences she made, by stepping into people's lives and by their special moments. I'm going to read a poem that was written by Dwayne Jagger for the Kansas Nurses Association, called She Was There. When a calming, quiet presence was all that was needed, she was there. In the excitement and miracle of birth, or in the mystery and loss of life, she was there. When a silent glance could uplift a patient, family member, or friend, she was there. At those times when the unexplainable needed to be explained, she was there. When the situation demanded a swift foot and a sharp mind, she was there. When a gentle touch, a firm push, or an encouraging word was needed, she was there. In choosing the best one from a family's thank you box of chocolates, she was there. To witness humanity, its beauty in good times and bad, without judgment, she was there. To embrace the woes of the world willingly and offer hope, she was there. And now that it's time to be at the greater one's side, she is there. Debbie, we honor you this day and present this white rose and lit this candle to symbolize our honor and appreciation for being your colleague.
Debbie Kendricks, report to duty. Debbie Kendricks, report to duty. Debbie Kendricks, report to duty. Debbie, you are officially released from our father earthly nursing duties. You are now in heaven. May God bless you.